Alright, so we'll be doing this question again. Let's complete this. I don't want to leave any question incomplete. So basically, yesterday we were reading the discussion uh, section, and obviously we were able to find out a few things like this. But this is something I found a little more useful. What it means is that we need to see, like, the first occurrence of the digits that are occurring twice is at even index, like 0. Alright, like for this case, like 0, then it's 2. So it's like if you find out a middle element like 0, 1, 2. Alright, so but yesterday we were having the error of time limit exceeding. Yep, time limit exceeded. So we'll see about that. Like maybe this is the worst code, that's why. So here it's like 1 comma 1 comma 2. So basically what we can see is, like, suppose 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be at 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So considering this third element, if the middle minus 1, like this is at third index, so if middle minus 1 is at an even index, then it means we don't even need to search in the left hand side. So like if this let's leave this else if case, let's let it be like that. So if, like, this is the middle element, so if middle minus 1 is at the even index, so first of all we need to compare if middle if nums middle is equal nums middle minus 1, and let's have an and. Alright, so and nums and mid minus 1 modulus 2 is equal 0. If that's the condition, then what we can do is we can say end equals to mid plus 1, because obviously, yep, end equals to mid plus 1. Else if, for that else if, what we can do is so like if the if the index of the middle minus 1 is even, if that's even, then what we need to see is that we don't need to search in that area then, because there won't be any occurrence of the single time occurring element right there. So else if n minus alright, so else if this not the, if this is not the condition, if, like, let's verify this condition for the first case. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess this will be the middle. So middle minus 1 is not at the even, 0, 1, 2, 3, it's not at the middle. So what will happen is, if this thing is not at the middle, then what we can do is we can search right here. So we can say end equals to middle plus 1, like that's what we can do. End equals, alright, that's right here. Alright, my bad. If nums middle equals to nums middle minus 1, but and nums middle minus 1 is not equal to modulus 2 is equal to 0, then start. This is start, my bad. So if middle minus 1 modulus, if middle minus 1 modulus is 0, 0, 1, 2, alright, so if that's 0, then what we can do is we can say start equals to middle plus 1, so search right here. Else if nums middle equals to middle minus 1, like for this case, if nums middle equals to middle minus 1 and that's modulus is not equal to 2, so let's copy paste this entire thing. Yep. Where is this if loop going? Why are there two brackets? Wait. What if I do this? Yep. I don't know why there were two brackets. Alright. If I do that, check for the element before, but if it's not equals to, alright, if it's not equal to 0, if middle minus 1 divided by modulus 2 is not equal to 0, what you can do is middle minus 1 modulus is not equal to 0, then make end, then make your end equals to middle minus 1. Alright, let's try with this. Time limit exceeded. Alright. I mean, first of all, let me just verify if I am doing everything right. Why is time limit exceeding? Improper condition. Alright, this makes sense. Improper condition for binary search. The condition was starting should be okay. Correct approach. Nums mere equals. Alright, if you don't want that, so it's like that. If nums mid equals to nums mid minus 1, the mid can be 0, so yep, the mid can be 0. Condition for valid even odd pair. Position of mid is odd. It has completed its even odd pair, that is mid minus 1 elements are the same, so we should search in the right of the mid. Fair enough. So so let's do one thing. Let's not be like saying and everything. Let's just say if mid minus 1 modulus 2 is 0, we can do start equals to mid plus 1. If this is not the case, what about now? Wrong answer, expected 2, output minus 1, 3, if mid minus 1 modulus to 0. I need to do something about the mid minus 1 condition because that is not the right approach, I would say. let's do it with mid only. So it's like, if here in this case, if mid is 0 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, wait, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so 6 elements, then 0 1 2 3 third, this is the middle element. So if 0 1 2 3, if this is modulus 2, if, yep, let's remove this. So if mid modulus 2 is not 0, then end equals to mid plus 1 minus. If this is mid 0 1 2 3, if this is mid and this is modulus not equal to 2, then we need to search right there. So start equals to mid plus 1. How about now? Wrong answer. I guess because I'm contradicting my own statements. If mid modulus 2 is not equal to 0, it's giving minus 1, expected is 10. If mid modulus is not equal to, if it's equal to 0, it's 11 minutes. If mid modulus 2 is equal to 0, 0 1 2 3 4, this is the middle. If mid modulus 2 is equal to 0, 0 1 2 3 4, it is 0, end equals to mid minus 1. Else if mid modulus 2, for this case, if that's not 0, then work with this. If mid modulus 2 is not equal to 0, right here, start equals to mid plus 1. Else if nums mid, if you find it right at the middle, if nums mid is not equal to nums mid plus 1 and nums mid is not equal to nums mid minus 1, then return nums mid. I need to return that element, so why is it giving the wrong answer? Let's try to run that. N equals to mid minus 1, if that is causing an error, because output is minus 1, because the while loop is breaking. Output is minus 1. How about output becomes start, and let's make it equal for this. How about now? Case 1 verified. Yep. What's with case 2? Output is 6, expected 10. How is it giving 6? 6 in terms of the index. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. How is that 6? What if I return end? Both cases fail. Output 5, expected 10. 0 1 2 3 4 5. Alright, so that's not the when I'm returning start, that's not the right answer for the case 1 either, if it's showing right, because that's returning the index. So index matches the element value, so that's what it's saying, I guess. Return nums start. Alright, so it is valid right now for this. What's for this? It's returning 11, it should be returning 10. Let's figure that out. Why? Output is 11, it should be 10. Let's run for this condition. For example, if the case is 3 comma 3 comma 7 comma 7 comma 10 comma 11 comma 11. All right. Let's indexing 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. If middle model, if what's the middle? Middle is the third element. That's the middle. Here's the start. Here's the end. If middle modulus 2 is equal to 0, it's not. Let's move to the next condition. If middle modulus 2 is not equal to 0, right? Start equals to middle plus 1. So this becomes start now, and that's the end over there. So now we'll do it again. Start equals middle. So 4 plus 6 10 is that's 5. That's the middle now. So 11th element, the first occurrence is the middle. So is middle modulus 2 equal to 0? Nope, it's not. If middle modulus 2 is not equal to 0, yes, it is right. Start equals to middle plus 1. Alright, here's the issue. Start becomes middle plus 1, so it's returning 11. It should be returning the start element, I would say. Okay. How do I fix that? Start, so basically, if middle modulus 2 is not equal to 0, I mean, yep, it's not equal to 0. That helps our loop to move ahead. But that is the issue, that the start is at the 10th that we need to return. Middle is at the 5th index. That's not equal to 0 modulus 2. So it gets start plus 1. So that is what we are returning then. Basically, how can that be fixed? If middle modulus 2 is not equal to 0, I'm saying start plus 1. If it is 0, I am saying end minus 1. End equals to mid minus 1. Let's see for this case how it was working. 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 comma 4 comma 4 comma 8 comma 8. Alright, so 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This becomes the middle, this becomes the start, this becomes the end. If now, is middle modulus 2 equal to 0? Yep, it is. End equals to middle minus 1. This becomes the end. That becomes the start. If middle modulus 2 is not equal to 0, nope, it's not. This becomes the start. Oh, my bad. I have to take middle. Sorry. 3 plus, it's 1. That's going to be the middle. If middle modulus is not equal to, then obviously it becomes the end again. So the thing is, moving left the case is working, but moving right the case is not. How about if I just make it middle? Time limit exceeded. Is it because of the last condition that I'm using? But yep, here it says time limit exceeded. But why? Alright, makes sense. That has to be middle plus 1. If middle modulus 2 is not equal to 0, how about and nums middle not equal to nums mid minus 1? I said equal, by the way. Time limit exceeded. Time limit exceeded. Uh, Time limit exceeded. Alright, so how do I do that? Condition of valid or even pair. The position of middle is even and is not completed even odd pairs. That is, middle and middle plus one elements are different, or middle and middle minus one elements are the same, so we should search in the left of mid. See, I'm trying to have the position as middle, I as even, so I have to check modulus 2. Then I checked if they are equal or not. I always get this time limit exceeded, like this is wrong with the code. How can the index be equal? So that's the issue right there. The index can't be equal. So yeah, you have to have nums over here. If middle modulus 2 is equal 1, if middle equals, why so many ifs? If middle equals middle minus 1, here index you are taking, my friend, you need the value to say it's equal. Index won't be equal, but alright, let's see how to reduce, how to get rid of this error. I'm like pretty sure the code is wrong, but okay. What were we having before? Let's keep it like that, short and simple, so that I am in less. I'm getting one case right with this thing, so yeah. Control A. My bad, but I had to. What is wrong with this? Given the code finds a single non-duplicate, incorrect logic for binary search. Alright. The solution used to adjust start and end are based on solely on whether mid is even or odd. Mid is even or odd, which is insufficient. Alright. Are contradictory and won't function as intended. Okay. Correct approach. Nums mid. Check whether the subarray on the left right contains a single element. This can be reduced. I did check this. I did do that. But then I do need to have a check as well, that if it's even or not. Check whether the subarray on the left or the right contains a single element. This can be reduced by checking whether the total number of elements in the left subarray is even or odd. Alright. If this gives 1, that's basically not equal to 0, it's fine. Middle minus minus. If nums middle equals, if it doesn't give 1, if it gives 1, the middle, if it doesn't give 2, then I have to go like middle minus minus. Okay. If nums mid equals to nums mid plus 1, single element is on the right, How does this make sense? This loop continues until start is less than the end, ensuring the search space is reduces. The condition middle ensures mid is always at the points ensures mid always points to the start of a pair. But if it is 1, if nums2 is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, middle minus minus. Alright, I understood. Yeah, this points towards there. If nums mid equals to nums mid plus 1, yep. Start equals to middle plus 2, yep. Else end equals to middle. Else end equals to mid. Single element is on the left. End को mid बना देंगे. Shouldn't okay. N equals to mid, return num start. Alright, so we are saying that if the middle element is, it's recording, right? Yep. If the middle element modulus 2 is 1, what we can do is get mid minus minus, so we get the first occurrence index, that is this 7 instead of this one. Then after this, what we can remove all this. What we can have is an if condition, that if nums mid equals nums mid plus 1, our mid no our start, obviously our start can be mid plus 2. Yep, our start can be mid plus 2. Then they had the else, and else, so our start will be mid plus 2, that will be our 10th element, and then same will be performed, but in this case the middle 10th is like at what index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth index, that won't be 1. So if nums middle, that won't be equal to middle plus 1, so else end equals to mid. I guess this will work, obviously. ChatGPT, yep, it will work. Alright, so what I learned here was that you don't need to overcomplicate your code, first of all. And it's obviously like I couldn't do it myself, that's true, but yep, like I can't overcomplicate this code, by the way, because then I will be having conditions wrong, I will be having loops and everything wrong. Even if I think they're right, they might be creating error somewhere. So this was pretty simple approach, I would say. Like finding out, like we can try to modify it if it was 0, suppose if it's 0, suppose if it's like coming out to be 0, then like for example 0, 1, 2, 3, here it won't be 0. So see, basically what I wrote, not equal to 0, it is middle minus 1. Alright, so it would work, I mean, fine for that as well, the condition I had. But my condition were a lot, I would say. So yeah, it's gonna work same. But the last one, so like basically what they did was that they directly were able to jump on the mid. I was trying to figure out like go left, go right, and everything, but I wasn't able to get to the condition where they will be able to get the middle element out. Because in my else if, in the last else condition, else if condition, I had like a lot going on. Like if nums mid is not equal to mid minus 1, and if nums mid is not equal to mid plus 1, then return that. So yeah, instead of that, what they did was that they directly made a condition. So it's like you can just be at 7, and then you can jump directly, make your start directly go right here. So now your if loop can't do middle minus minus, because this is 0 1 2 3 4, that is equal to 0. So now it will have to compare, so this won't be equal to something else, and yep, you have your answer. This is something that middle minus minus is something, yep, I could have never thought of. Changing the middle element basically, because in my head it was more like how to revolve around middle element, but what they did was that they changed the position of middle element, so like getting middle minus minus. So yeah, that's something. So yep.